long string of scheduled opponents for Holyfield on this Sunday afternoon. First, it was Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. He didn't want to fight in Atlanta, so they brought it here to Corpus Christi. Muhammad dropped out with a hand injury. Then it was Ricky Parkey. Then Michael Brothers of Chicago. He decided not to come. And here is Shelby out of Fort Worth, Texas, against Holyfield. And Alex, you really never know when all those changes are made and Holyfield is in the ring against someone he should beat easily, what his mental standing would be coming into a fight like this.
Well, from Evander's point of view, he is disappointed not to meet the top contender that he was originally scheduled to meet. And he has to make sure that he doesn't let his performance slip because of that disappointment. From Jesse Shelby's point of view, he really wishes, says, his manager Dave Gorman says, he's been trying to get a fight with Holyfield. He thinks he can do a good job against him and make a name for himself here. Not necessarily win, but be representative. His problem is he came in on only 2 days' notice. He wishes he's had about 3 weeks to prepare for the fight. He thinks he could give a good account of himself. He just doesn't know how to do under these circumstances.
Although when you're Jesse Shelby and they say you can fight Holyfield on 2 days' notice, you take it. Midway point of round 1. Holyfield, 23 years of age now, and Shelby is 25.
One of the challenges for Holyfield, obviously, is the fact that he's preparing against right-handed sparring partners and he got a left-handed opponent.
Holyfield taking a couple of shots to the body, and I'd say Shelby's had a couple of good punches fall on Holyfield so far in this first round.
He has not been intimidated yet, has Shelby, but if a few of those Holyfield punches, power with both hands, land, we'll see how he reacts to that.
Holyfield tried a couple of lefts, not much behind them, off the chin of Shelby. It looks like they may want to spend some time slugging this one out in close. A very, very vocal crowd here at the Memorial Coliseum in Corpus Christi. We heard them yell and scream for some of the undercard bouts earlier.
Good right-up, accurately and powerfully with both hands.
Shelby,
no punches, right.
He looks like he might be a little tired already. 20 seconds to go in the first.
I think he's tired of getting hit.
5 quick punches, a couple to the body, a couple to the head of Shelby. Holyfield looking quite crisp. And also looking a little awkward and strange up against the ropes. But he slides away. Round 2 in Corpus Christi, scheduled to go 10. Cruiserweights, Holyfield and Jesse Shelby. Known here in the Lone Star State as the Texas Cruiserweight Champion. Holyfield looking to enhance his record to 10-0, and he explodes in the opening stages of round 2, but still, Shelby not intimidated and slugging his way to Holyfield's body to get himself away from the ropes.
That's what Evander should do right there. That right hand to the body. He should dig downstairs. Shelby's got his hands up high, is covering effectively to the head. Evander should just come in and drill into the body until he brings the hands down and creates punching opportunities.
Awful lot behind the punches of Holyfield. Really teeing off on that left. And now, again, on the ropes. Holyfield almost looking at that time like he wanted to size up Shelby for one big blast.
That time the left to the body.
He's got Shelby retreating.
Between rounds 1 and 2, Dave Gorman wanted Jesse to move much more, not let Holyfield get his feet set, let those punches go with the power that he's putting into them. But I think the body punches have taken Jesse's legs away. He can't move as much as he wants to.
Holyfield is blocking the punches that Shelby is trying to land quite easily. They are not really connecting at this point in the second round. That almost staggered Shelby. And Holyfield is the stalker. Shelby falling forward almost, but he is basically backing up. Uppercut got in. Big right. Shelby, again, almost to the ropes. Inside of a minute remaining, and this the second round in Corpus Christi, Texas.
A lot of people may wonder what good it does for Evander Holyfield to fight obviously an outclassed opponent at this stage of his career. But you can spar all you want in the gym. There is no substitute for getting into the ring and having a fight.
Alex, 3 rights to the chin of Holyfield as suddenly Shelby explodes with some offense.
little bit tired. Good right hand. Seeing a little bit of mouthpiece from Evander. This opponent's a little bit more game and a little bit tougher than I think Evander expected.
Smacks the forehead of Shelby. Final seconds of round 2.
And the question again of Evander's mental edge. Did he lose that edge a little bit when the opponents, the tougher opponents that he was expecting, fell out?
That's what I always fear when a favorite takes on a relative unknown.
Not that he's in any danger of losing, but it's just tougher than it should be for him.
Come on. You understand? Yeah. Now, forget about trying to knock this guy out. See, you're getting frustrated. You understand? Give me that there. Punches him. He ain't going anywhere.
Put it there? Yeah, give me that Vaseline.
Now, you go back out there and take your time and box like you know how. Right? Okay. Now, forget about trying to knock him out again.
Third round. Okay.
Okay.
That body punching. Come on, baby.
Now, go back to hitting him in the body, and if he don't go, don't worry about it. Just get busy.
Right here. Right there.
I can see the frustration. Don't worry about trying to knock him out.
Give me a breath. Come on. Atta, baby.
You're running into unnecessary punches because you're trying too hard. Quit trying so hard, right? Now, take your time and box him and get him out, right?
Come on. Don't wait, baby. Don't wait, baby. Start.
Third round scheduled for 10. Jesse Shelby and Evander Holyfield. The fourth scheduled opponent for Holyfield here in Corpus Christi. Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, then Ricky Parkey, then Michael Brothers of Chicago, and now Shelby. The first 2 rounds clearly to Holyfield, but as you mentioned, Alex, harder than they should have been.
Yeah, I think Evander's a little bit frustrated. He's trying much too hard to knock out Jesse Shelby in the first 2 rounds. Loading up too much. He needs to settle down, just like he's done right now. Take his time, box, shoot a few jabs. Forget about knocking out Shelby for now. Because what's been happening is he's been running into a lot of unnecessary punches, taking punches that he shouldn't be hit with.
And again in close, Shelby getting a couple into the Holyfield belly. Holyfield content to just hold his gloves up and block what he can.
From the point of view of Evander Holyfield's trainers, George Benton and Lou Duba, this is exactly the kind of opponent they wanted. They did not want somebody who'd go down the first time Evander hit him on the chin or ran constantly or grabbed constantly. Jesse Shelby came to fight, and he's going to do a lot of good for Evander Holyfield, getting him ready for his shot at a world title.
A sweat-splattering exchange between both Shelby and Holyfield, and a big left. Shelby almost in trouble in the corner. Now he may be. A right over the top by Holyfield.
Break. No punches. Step back. Box.
Shelby perhaps getting enough time to get his breath and figure out where he is. He looked like he was in big trouble in the corner.
Get the body, baby. Get the body.
Couple of lefts, hard lefts, off the chin of Shelby by Evander Holyfield. Just about 1 minute to go in this, the third round.
If there has been one rap on Evander Holyfield, the question people ask about him is that it's been his defensive abilities, his openness to punches, when he's shooting all those powerful punches of his own. And if you're looking to size up Evander here, to see how he would do against better opponents, watch and see what about his defense.
Shelby may be ready to go.
He is.
Right on the ropes. Holyfield can't set the ground. Shelby still on his feet. Finally, Shelby
over here, Evander.
There is no standing 8 count in Texas. If there had been, I think referee Steve Crossan would have given Shelby one.
9. Can you continue? Yeah. 5.
You heard it. Referee Steve Crossan asked Shelby if he could go, and he said, yeah. And on we go.
You'll wait a long time before you hear a fighter say no. They're just not bred to it. But this fight should be stopped.
Go here.
Crossan's going to give him a count. The round is over in terms of time.
7. 8.
He's not going to make the count.
9.
He didn't make it.
It is over. Jesse Shelby gave Holyfield some punches to think about, but in the end, Holyfield just wore him down. This was the first knockdown. And boy, I wasn't sure if Shelby was ever going to go down.
You see, Evander feinted. Shelby went for the feint, moved. Evander stepped to the side, picked him up with the left, didn't do much damage with the left. This is not any one single blow. It is an accumulation of blows. Shelby trying to get away from this barrage, running to the other corner. I think it was at this point. That's really just a push as much as anything. And now the punches that led up to the end of the fight. Shelby beat that count at the count of 9.
You got to tell me how to say it.
Evander did not, you know, again, pretty much of a push.
Evander Holyfield.
Evander didn't finish him clean, and I'm just as happy because Shelby was in no position to defend himself.
And Shelby could not be saved by the bell 3 seconds before the round was over, plus the 7 for the count of 10. It is a knockout at 3:07 of the third round. Holyfield is 10-0.
Good job.